I'm going to be teaching you guys a lesson today, okay? A lesson from a man who is a f***ing genius, aka your boy. What am I going to be teaching you guys? Well, you saw the title. It's how I got an NVIDIA GPU, specifically the 3090 GPU. Hold up. Let me look this shit up on StockX. I'm going to be teaching you guys how I got an NVIDIA GPU today. Today. How I got it today. Okay, for those of you that understand PCs, for those of you that are gamers, the majority of the people here, you understand that graphics cards are important. You understand that graphics cards are expensive, right? A recent problem in the PC world, specifically the graphics card world, is how overpriced graphics cards are, specifically the 30 series graphics cards, even more specifically the 3090 GPU. The 3090 NVIDIA Founders Edition costs, what, 1,500? Chat. Check me there. Is it 1,500? 1,500? Yes. No. Yes. Right now, they're up priced to this. Oh, fuck. Awkward. Right now, they are on StockX and generally everywhere you're looking, $2,500. They're not worth that. And I found a way to get one. High IQ plays myself. I found out how to get one without overpricing myself and without camping at a micro center at 6 a.m. every fucking day until they finally get a new shipment and you fucking get your greasy hands on a fucking NVIDIA GPU. I found out a way for a normal person to do this. It's going to be a very complicated story. Let me bring this over here. Right now I'm streaming on my PC with the 3090 in it. I don't know how to prove this to you guys. That's the 39. Fucking hell. I don't know how to. You see it says GeForce RTX. It's a 3090. You see this PC. You see this PC right here. This is clearly not the PC I'm streaming on. What is missing in this PC, chat? What is missing in this PC? Take a guess. Take a guess what's missing. The GPU? Correct! High IQ plays myself. I went to a micro center and I bought a pre-built PC that cost $3,000. Now, hold up. Before y'all call me a fucking idiot, look at this. $2,600 NVIDIA GPU. But it is a 3090, 24 gigabytes of VRAM, all that other shit. Same exact specs. Anyways, this is a $3,000 PC. It was a $3,000 PC. It has lost almost all of its value because your boy yanked that shit out of there. And so the plan, and this is why you guys need to listen to me. This is why it's more financially and time-wise better to do this. You have this graphics card right now. All you get this graphics card. You're gonna have to pay for shipping as well. Buy or bid, $2,500, around about there. You're gonna pay at the end of it $2,650 to get it to your home, right? Might be brand new, whatever. I paid $3,000 for an entire PC in which I ripped that GPU out of there and put it in mine. It took way longer than that. That's why I'm live 5 hours later than I normally am, because I spent all fucking day driving 2 hours to a micro center, buying a $3,000 PC, as well as a new power supply, because my power supply wasn't not compatible, but it wouldn't hold all the power that was needed. Anyways, so I bought that. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Joe, thinking like a logical person, my chat, all logical people, all high IQ plays people. Joe, now you have a PC without a graphics card. That's useless. What are you gonna do with that? My old graphics card! The 2060 KO Ultra! Look at it! What do you think I'm gonna do? What do you think I'm going to do? BAM! Put that bitch in that bitch! And I sell it! And then, I obviously am not gonna sell it for $3,000. Then it wouldn't be worth $3,000 because the main price point on that let me actually look up the specs on the PC. The PC's that PC fucking sucks. It's not bad. It's pretty bad though. I bought the HP Omen 30L desktop GT 13-0380 T gaming. What the fuck, PC? This is all I wanted out of this fucking thing. I'm gonna swap that with my 2060 KO Ultra. 16 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, it comes with Windows 10, which you can buy on eBay for $5. That's illegal. Is that even illegal? I don't know. Don't do that, chat. The plan is here. This is the plan, which I already executed the majority of the plan. Bought the pre-built, took out the graphics card, put it in my graphics card slot, took out my graphics card. I have to put that in there. Then I sell it, and at the end, I don't profit money, obviously. I'm not going to profit money because I'm not going to be able to sell that PC for more than $3,000. But I will be able to sell it for, I don't even know. If I sell it for $800, I'd still be happy. Why? Because then I saved money, approximately what, $400 on an NVIDIA GPU. Was it still overpriced and not retail price? Yes! But I saved money. I scammed the system. And I got it quickly. Let me tell you a little story on why this is a bad idea, though. Let me preface this before you guys all copy my idea, which is a fantastic idea. Let me preface this on why this was kind of a hassle. Number one, pre-builts. The majority of pre-builts don't usually like being taken apart. Pre-builts, they don't really want you to fucking scrap them because they know people do that. But this one was easy to scrap. It comes off easily. Anyways, I'm with my friends. They're helping me put it together. I'm over here trying to get the graphics card out. I'm over here trying to get the 3090 out of the fucking pre-built, right? My friends over on my PC to my right trying to get my power supply out. My old hold up, let me go fucking get it. My old power supply out. This is my old fucking power supply. How to get this bitch out? Change it for 1000 watt gold. Better. So, that was a bitch and a half. Because when we started doing that, all the wires were blocking my water cooling. Holy fuck, that was a bitch. The main problem, though, is where I was. When I was sitting over there, my friend and I were trying to get the 3090 out of the PC case. And when you're holding a GPU, do you manhandle a GPU? Or do you hold it? Do you hold it with care? Do you hold it with care? Do you hold it like this? The second half, no, you don't manhandle it. No, you don't manhandle a GPU. No, you hold it with care. Exactly. Now, I'm just gonna recreate it with this. PC laying on its side, right? We're standing like this, trying to get the graphics card out. I'm sitting, I look over for half a second. I'm looking over here at this PC, my PC right now that my other friend's fucking working on. I look back. My friend's holding the graphics card like this.
Hey,
and
Joe,
he goes
I'm the same way. If someone buys me 20 transitional buffalo wings and onion rings, I'll be happy for the rest of the day.
Yeah, okay, Dustin. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, bro. Anyways, PC laying down. Back to my story. PC laying down, right? Graphics card coming out. I'm not holding it. My friend's holding it. He pulls the graphics card. He goes like this on one side and just pulls it up, and it goes, and I went, I immediately started to panic. Now, why would I panic? Well, he just pulled an NVIDIA 3090 with one hand, and now it went, and it's diagonal, and it's still not out of the PC. And my mind instantly raced to, he just fucking broke it. I went to, oh my god, worst case scenario. The graphics card is ruined. I just drove 2 hours there, 2 hours back. Bought a $3,000 PC. Whole plan ruined. I just lost the graphics card. I lost the only valuable thing in that PC. But I did it. It took us 15 minutes to get it out. But he finally got it out. But I was panicking the entire time because we actually, it says to be careful, but there was a notch caught. Like, there's sometimes a notch that holds the graphics card in place, other than the screws, which we already took out. And it was stuck because he pulled it diagonally. So we had to force it down like push. And while he was doing that, I swear to God, he was holding my $1,500 graphics card. And his hands were going, like he was pressing that hard that his hands started to shake. And I was going, dude, my biggest fear, if it had happened, oh my god, I would have just retired right then. I would have retired right then and there. If I had heard, and it just went, and like this is usually what breaks right here. And I was just waiting for that to go and just snap. And if this snaps, it's ruined. After we got that out, we still had the problem of my power supply. This is why I'm prefacing this to you guys, because this is a real bitch and a half. And swapping out a power supply seems easy until you have to change every motherfucking cable, and you have cables that are behind your water cooling, and you have to literally take apart your entire PC to get the fucking wires out to just change it for the power supply because your fingers are too big If you have small fingers, then it doesn't matter. If your fingers are too fucking big, then you can't fucking finagle your way in there and grab it out. Anyways, it's not that hard. Fuck you. Ban this kid. Ban this kid. Ban this kid. Ban this fucking loser. It was horrific putting my PC back together. Now, let alone, I'm not talking about me bugging about the 3090 fucking almost breaking. I'm talking about putting my PC back together was hell. I thought going from a 750 watt power supply to a 1000 watt power supply, that the wires would be the same, right? That it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter that I didn't swap out one of the wires. The wire that I didn't swap out was the one that was behind the water cooling. Because if I had to swap out the water cooling one, then I would have to take apart the whole PC. I didn't have to take apart the whole PC. We all had to take apart the whole PC. Mainly one of my friends that actually knew how to do it. And I would panic. And then it took way longer. So, we decided to change every wire but that wire and plug that into my new power supply. We boot up my PC. It goes into the fucking BIOS, and I take a gander to the top right, which is where your CPU temperature shows. And I noticed that my CPU, my water cooling, you see this little square, that fucking square right there? That wasn't glowing. And immediately we turn on the PC without changing that one wire and just using the same wire. And I say to my friend, I say, yo, that's not on. And he says, that's just how it is when you go. That's how it is when you set up the PC. It'll be fine. So we're just sitting on the screen and I see my CPU temperature start to climb. 60 degrees Celsius, 70 degrees Celsius, 80 degrees Celsius, 87 degrees Celsius. I shut off my PC. And he goes, yo, why'd you shut it off? I was like, that is 200 degrees Fahrenheit. That would burn you. I was like, it's not working. I was like, fuck this. I was like, bro, we gotta figure this out. I started panicking again. I'm like, fuck, dude. I was like, we are already like 6 hours into this shit. I was like, we need to figure this the fuck out. And then we call up my friend that's really good at PCs. And he's like, what's the problem? And he's like, we're like, this isn't working. And he's like, show me the wires. We show him the wires. And he's like, that one, is that an old one? He says, is that the one? Is that an old one? And we say, yeah. And he's like, yeah, you gotta change that one. And I was like, oh my fuck. And so they start taking it apart. And while he's taking it apart, he goes, did you guys turn the PC on with that old cord? And we went, yeah. And he went, oh, that's not good. And I went, huh? Why? Why is that not good? And he says, that's not good that you use that old cable and turn the PC on. I say, why? And he goes, oh, that might make, like, the PC fry. And, like, the temperature's going to be off. It's not going to work. And that, like, might ruin the whole system. And I was like, you got to be fucking with me. And he goes, no. And he was like, did it ever flash on when you had the SATA cable plugged in? And I went, yeah, it flashed on a few times. And he literally just went, uh-oh. And my heart just went. I was like, this is the end. I was like, this is the end. I was like, I might as well. I was like, why did I choose to be a streamer? Why did I ever choose to own a PC? I was reevaluating my life. I'm sitting there and I'm like, fuck! And I'm panicking. And so they just start taking it apart. An hour later, we plug it in. It still doesn't work. And I'm just pissed. I'm pissed. At this point, I'm like, fuck this. I want to kick this stupid PC that I bought. And I was like, oh my god. And we have no idea what's wrong. So I just start fucking with the cables in the back of the PC. The back of the PC's off. I just start feeling shit. And I'm like, oh my god, we didn't there was another cable that we didn't change. It's this really small cable that goes to it also goes to your fucking water cooling. And he was like, oh, you gotta change that too. And I was like, yes! That's the fix. So we change it. And it still doesn't work. And so I start fucking with it more. And like 10 minutes later, I just hear when I press on a wire. And I went, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And everybody was like, what? And I was like, that wasn't plugged in. It was just a random wire that wasn't plugged in. It just wasn't plugged in. So then we started up. It works. This is awful. This is awful. This is not why you want to see the keyboard they gave me? Let me fucking unpack it for you guys. Hey, you guys don't want this? Listen. You don't want the memory keyboard from, like, this is literally a $5 keyboard? You can play, what are you gonna play on this shit? It's just a base HP keyboard. And the mouse, the fucking as shitty mouse, what the fuck is this? Who? If I'm buying a 3,000, I'm not complaining. But if I'm buying a $3,000 PC and you give me this as an accessory, you're kidding me. I was like, this is ass. I could break it. Okay, see, that just made everything a million times worse. Because now there's keys fucking everywhere. Also, this metal piece just fucking flung into my face. What the fuck? Okay, now the keys are just starting to fall off. What the fuck is this? Pretty strong mouse. Not strong enough, though. Not strong enough, though, is it? Is it? Is it? HP. Fucking ass. Before anybody says, oh my god, you just broke something valuable. You could have given that away. Dude, that was literally like that was a $5 keyboard.